It is the Flow Friday Night Sports Show, and let's talk North Central netball now. A couple of ripping games in the A-grade competition on the weekend, and our next guest was involved in one of them. Jenna Allan is back. How are you, mate?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you. You guys had a beauty of a game on the purple courts at Birchip, and it's even better when we can say that after a win.
Well, it certainly is, although I am very sore. Very sore. Those purple courts seemed very heavy on Saturday, but it was a really good, hard 60 minutes of netball. It was great to be involved in.
Excellent. So, final score there, 45-38, just the 7 goals in it. You started really well from what I'm led to believe, and after your first quarter, you fell in a bit of a hole.
Yeah, we certainly did. Birchip got a bit of a run on. They found their feet, and we sort of seemed to lose them a little bit, but full credit, our newbies sort of surged us on, I suppose. Emily Johnson in goal, shooter, started taking some ripping rebounds in that third quarter and really started to assert her dominance in the goal circle. So it was great. And Georgia Brown for us in defence, some really good run and carry. So great effort by our 2 new girls.
Excellent. All right, so got it back together in the third, ended up winning by 7. I mean, 7 goals in netball terms at any level, but in particular at A-grade level, that's nothing, is it? It's, 3 or 4 turnovers, one turnover a quarter almost, and the scores look a little bit different.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Birchip was certainly coming in that last quarter, so we were very happy to hear the final whistle. But Hannah Cook, again, very, very good out of their defensive line. So it was tough going, and it was good. Birchip won 2 quarters, we won 2 quarters, so that's sort of what you want out of a day on court.
Only if you win the game, yeah.
Yeah, only if you, full disclaimer, only if we win.
Sea Lake near Daly probably agree with you. That was the other one, and this is absolutely match of the round stuff. And a huge win for them over Bort, who have been thereabouts for the last few years now. Wedderburn obviously the best team in the comp for that period, but Bort have been there with them. And Sea Lake Nandaly beat them 35-31 away from home, so that's a great win for them.
Yeah, terrific. And we said this last week that they were a real chance. So to their credit, they've switched up the game plan a little bit. They've put full experience back in their defensive lineup, and I'd say it's worked. They were only 1 goal splitting them at quarter time, 2 goals at half time, 2 goals at 3/4 time, and then they blew it out to a mere 4 goals to win. So full credit to Sea Lake. They've really stuck their hand up as a contender for finals time, I think. They're playing some really great netball. Ash Roberts continues to just, really push Sea Lake as far as they can go for their full 60 minutes. So they're a real threat.
They certainly are. And, I mean, look, at the moment, if we're realistic about things, we've got Wedderburn who are way ahead of everyone else and everyone's chasing them. But then there's a group of 4 and 3 of them will play finals. 1 of them won't. And that's the reality. 5 into 4 doesn't go, does it? That's
exactly it. And it's shaping up to be a great remainder of the season with that in mind. It's going to really come down to, luck of the draw in terms of who you get in those last couple of rounds to play 3 times and making sure you capitalise on every opportunity you get. It's going to really, all 60 of those minutes that we get each week is going to definitely make a difference.
Yeah, will do. Speaking of Wedderburn, let's have a look at their game. They were too good for Donald. They beat them 80-36. Now, I mean, you look at that and you go, well, that is a fair old pumping. But, 116 goals scored in the game, first of all. So both teams were scoring freely. Donald, when you score 36 goals, I mean, had Donald scored 36 goals against Sea Lake Nandaly on the weekend, they would have won.
That's it, isn't it? That's it. I think Wedderburn, again, they're very strong list of 7 girls led by Meg in the middle. They mixed it up slightly on the weekend, but their dominance is incredible. They've got a great spread of goaling. And so to Donald's credit, they really did as well. So they've got a really young team. They've had a number of debutantes take the court in A-grade, and full credit to them for having the faith in those girls. And I think it pays off with this scoreline, as you say. May appear to be a real thumping, but honestly, I think this is a really good thing for Donald to be able to assert themselves that way. And Donald were without their leader in Xanthi Rice, so full credit to them. They had a really young attacking lineup, and to get 36 against that Wedderburn side is terrific for them.
Yep. And the last match of the round, unfortunately, was a bit of a thumping as well, and that's St Arnaud taking on Charlton. Charlton beat them very comfortably, 69-16. But St Arnaud, I mean, it's just all about trying to put the ball through the hoop at the moment. Forget what's getting scored against you. Hopefully they can get to a point where they're regularly scoring 25, 30 goals a week.
Yeah, hopefully. I think St Arnaud have got to be, as you say, putting their goals through. I think they're going to have to improve on that. It's great to see the likes of Keegan Amos stepping into the centre in that side. She's playing rep netball at 17 and under level, so similar to Donald's A grade. They've got some girls playing a lot of netball at the minute through that rep team circuit, which is great. So they've got to have confidence, but I think the likes of their goalers, they've really got to stand up and make sure that they're taking every chance they get. But full credit to Charlton again, third on the ladder, played a really nice game led by Kirsty McKenzie. They've got Chloe Walsh, who again at goal shooter shot 57 of their 69 goals. So they're heavily reliant on her. So it's going to be really strongly focused on her ability to shoot, I think, for teams coming up against Charlton.
Yeah. Well, there is a team we know that's coming up against Charlton this week, round 7 of matches, and it's absolutely the match of the round, this one. Witcherproof Narraport, your crew, up against Charlton, at home at Witcherproof, and this is the old-fashioned 8-point game, really, isn't it? You're both sort of fighting it out for similar positions on the ladder.
Yeah, we'd love to get a win this weekend, and we'll be very driven to take the 4 points. It's amount of prevention rounds this weekend for us. It's been going for a few years now, Witchy versus Charlton. So it's to raise awareness for domestic violence. So there's a big shiny cup that we'll be playing for, which is great. But we'll be really keen to try and work out a way to stop Chloe in that goal shooter spot and get some really good passages of play happening.
Well, you dominate the midcourt and cut off the supply. Sounds like a good start, but obviously shooting goals down your end and limiting the turnovers and rebound opportunities for them is going to be pretty big as well. So the accuracy of your goal is going to matter.
Oh, definitely. Well, Emily Johnson, as I said, she's coming into her own. It's hard when you're new to try and find your feet, but she's working really well with our coach, Nakia Nunn, and as long as they're very old, very slow, wing attack in myself plays her part. I'm hoping I find a bit of fitness and health before Saturday, although, yeah, that's creeping up. But, I think I have a lot of faith in our goalers. I think we can get it done on Saturday.
Should be a cracking game. Let's get your tips on the other 3 A-grade clashes. I mean, they're pretty straightforward for the most part. Wedderburn will take on Birchip at home, and they'll start almost unbackable favourites. Yeah,
absolutely. They will. Birchip, they found some real flow on in their goals, but again, it needs to be consistent for 4 quarters. They've got to really have confidence in their shots. So, but I think Wedderburn's dominance and Birchip are just going to have to find a way to alter the flow and disrupt Wedderburn's run, because there's not much that they can't adjust their game to at the moment. So Birchip are going to have to find something pretty miraculous to stop that combination.
Yeah. Donald probably had the most impressive 44-goal loss of all time last weekend against Wedderburn, but it doesn't get much easier for them. They take on Sea Lake Nandaly this week, who are in impressive form as well, having just beaten Bort. So good luck. That's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting one. Again, if Donald continue to push on and if they get Xanthi, the likes of Xanthi and Sarah Adams really give their youth the confidence that they need. They're really impressive the way they're really encouraging and confidently pushing their youth. So I think Donald will really challenge Sea Lake, but I think Sea Lake will carry on with the confidence they've got from their game against Bort, and they will win.
Yeah. And, well, the last one, there's never a good week to get a Bort team who are a bit grumpy. They'll be a bit grumpy after last week, and poor old St Arnaud draw the short straw this week. At least they're at home at Lord Nelson. Yeah,
I think St Arnaud are going to, as you say, cop a very eager Bort team to effectively win back that 4 points from last week. They will look to really boost in percentage, I think, this round, unfortunately. So St Arnaud need to really find ways to shut them down across the court. The Bort defenders have been very strong and very consistent, so their goalers are going to have to really assert themselves.
All right. Well, there it is. Round 7 of matches on Saturday for North Central Netball. And the young, fit and quick wing attack for Witcher-proof Narraport, Jenna Allan joining us. Good luck tearing them to shreds on the weekend, mate.
Thank you. I'll do my best.